Okaeri nasai. How are you all today, everybody? Look, I just wanted to, welcome you back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. And since I've been doing a little run of Japanese whiskeys lately, I figured I might as well just try and use a little bit of the Japanese that I have tried to teach myself anyway. So please excuse me for my poor pronunciation. Look, as I've mentioned, my name is Andrew. This is Prestige Liquids, and I have been doing a series of Japanese whiskeys. So today, again, I've got for you another Japanese whiskey. See how it is. I just keep ramble. Now we'll stop there and we'll get to the review. Now, in today's video, I have another Suntory release. This is the Suntory Old Whiskey. And as it says on the bottle, superior 43% ABV quality from the House of Suntory. Now, this is a bottle that I had found when I was in Japan in September 2019. So luckily, I was able to get there before all this nonsense came about, and I had an absolutely fantastic time. Now, one of the advantages for me about being in Japan is that when I was looking for whiskies, I was able to find very affordable whiskies, and even things that I've been looking for, say back in Australia, they've got them over there as well, but for almost half the price. But I figured that since I'm in Japan, I am going to pick up something that I could not find back here. So that's what I did. I picked up this, and so I've brought it back home. I've tried it a few times, and I'm ready to review it for you. So let's see how we go. Again, nice screw cap. So there we go. We always have to make our own sound effects. Glug glug glug. That's enough. Put that down. Close you back up because we don't want any spillage. And now let's get on with our review. So first of all, again, nice golden color. I am not 100% sure whether this is natural coloring at all. I haven't really researched that all too much myself, and I haven't tried to translate the label at the back of the bottle. So I'm sure that there's a bit more information there. I just haven't gotten around to trying to translate that yet. So, but for now, I'll give you my tasting notes and let's see how we go. So, surprisingly, it's quite leggy. I mean, it's not very thick, but it's got a nice, even amount of light legs coming down the glass. So that's a pretty good sign. The nose is quite spirit dominated, but at the same time, it's not overly harsh or horrible. There's been some, especially quite a few like young NAS whiskies that I've tried before, and that's one thing I forgot to mention. This is an NAS. It does not carry an age statement at all. Yeah, some of these more younger whiskies I have noticed tend to have quite a strong spirity, like ethanol note to it. This has it, but not that strong. In fact, I have to say the nose has got quite a touch of banana. There's a lot of nuttiness going on there as well. It smells like pie. I'm getting quite a bit of like a buttery pie crust note to this as well. Again, that spirit vapor is coming through. So that is something that's always going to be there in the nosing. You will get other notes, but that spirit is definitely always going to linger around. And by banana, I mean more of like those, I guess, confectionery type of banana. So that artificial banana note that is definitely there. I mentioned nuttiness, so I'm getting like a hazelnut. Yeah, definitely hazelnut. Touch of peanut. There's a certain grassiness that, certain grassiness and like an earthy note that is coming through as well on the nose. Surprisingly, it's got quite a lot going on. You just kind of, you have to dig for them. It's not, these are notes that are not always going to present themselves straight away. I've had this bottle for a while now, so I've tried it a few times, and these are notes that I've been able to pick out each time that I've had a sample of this. So it takes a bit of time. The nose does open up, and you, like I said, you have to kind of dig for those notes as well, but they are there. All right, let's get on with the palate and see how we go. Cheers, guys. Okay, so very thin, um, virtually no mouthfeel until the end of the mouthfeel, if that makes sense. Um, you swallow that sip, and as that goes down, you kind of get like this very like light tingling on the tip of your tongue. Um, and but the liquid, like I said, is very thin, waters away very quickly, and does not linger at all. I'm still getting those like banana notes are coming through, and the nuttiness is definitely a dominant feature on the palate of this whiskey. Yep. Yeah, so this is quite nutty. It's very like hazelnut dominant. Again, the peanut does kind of follow through at the back end of that. Touch of almond. So I guess imagine a bag of mixed nuts. That's pretty much what you're what you're getting with this. There's a very slight hint of barrel spice that comes through as well. Um, it does not taste as youthful as what the nosing will let on. Will yeah, it does have a bit more of an aged palate to it. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't know what the youngest spirit is in this, but I'm assuming it would be, I guess, the minimum requirement. Yeah. Look, that's about it in terms of the palate. Again, those grassy notes are there, that light earthiness as well. Moving on to the finish. The finish is very light, quite refreshing, very sweet as well. This is one of those whiskies that is not aimed at I guess a long time drinker. This is definitely aimed at, say, something more of an introductory whiskey. So for those of you who are new to whiskey and wanting to develop your palate, this is a good entry point whiskey. It is one that suits the Japanese palate. Now, I've mentioned this in some of the other Japanese whiskey reviews that I have done prior to this. And I can imagine that this is one of those whiskies that the Japanese will definitely use for like highballs and cocktails and things like that, and just for general mixing. This is not really one of those like sipping whiskeys. It's not something that you're gonna come home from work and you want to sit back, relax a bit, and just pour yourself a dram and just explore all the flavors. You're not going to get that from this whiskey at all. Like I said, this is something that has been made, I think, more so for, say, for blending, for highballs and all that kind of thing. So probably mix this in with some soda water, and you've probably got yourself a nice, refreshing summer beverage. But that's about it. Like I said, keep it as an introductory whiskey. Um, if you want to try it, by all means, go for it. But I would probably more so recommend buying it at a bar. In Japan, you can get these quite cheap. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So if you are in Japan or you're able to get it for a cheap price, then pick up a bottle. And yeah, just develop your palate, and just explore Japanese whiskey, because they do have some incredible things out there as well. So yeah, just keep your mind open. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you've tried this before, then please leave a comment down below. If you have not yet subscribed, then yeah, hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications to stay up to date with all future content. And that's it. Keep this and sayonara.